Hey y'all. All right, today we are going to talk about how to make your homepage stand out. I sent an email this morning. So if you are on the email list, you would have got this, and it's pretty much a step by step. The reason I am coming on here live is to just go more in depth on the email. So let's get into it. I'm going to go through step by step what you're going to do so that you can have an outstanding homepage that is going to convert your traffic into sales. I'm just going to read through this email and I'll expand upon what I wrote. So, if you are new to finding the series that I'm doing, it's a 6-part series of website optimization. The first week, I went over conversion rate. The second week, I went over your traffic sources. And this week, we are touching on your homepage. Today, I'm going to give you 7 things to add to your website to make your homepage stand out. We want to think of our homepage as a roadmap. So, when someone lands on your homepage, you need to have it laid out for what you want them to do. They shouldn't be confused. They shouldn't be wondering, where's this? It should be clearly laid out like a roadmap for whether it's returning customers or more than likely, if you are a small business, a newer business, it's all going to be brand new traffic, especially if you are posting organically onto social media or you're running ads. More than likely, it's going to be a lot of new traffic. So, many users, here's a statistic for you. Many users only scroll 25 to 40% of the page unless something grabs their attention, which is why it's so important that we get this locked in so that we don't lose people. Okay. You only have about 3 to 5 seconds to share what you sell, who it's for, and why your business stands out. So it's 3. A lot of times we just want people to know what we sell, and that's not enough. It's not enough because many people are selling exactly or very, very close to what you are selling. So is it for them? And what is different about your business or your products? You have to have all 3. If you don't grab their attention, visitors leave, or another word that you will see is they will bounce. So you'll hear about your bounce rate. And so that's what that is. It's how quickly someone is leaving when they get on your page. Are they staying or are they just bouncing right off? And we don't want them to bounce because we've done the work of getting them there through some measure, whether it's social media, whether it's email, whether it's running paid ads, whether it's referral links. Like we've done something to get them there. And so we want to capture as many of these people as possible. And we don't want them to bounce. Before I get into the 7 things, I want to talk with you about how to find your bounce rate because this is very important for you to see the health of your homepage. This is how you find your bounce rate. How well are you grabbing people's attention, or are they getting on there and getting off real quick? So, uh, in Shopify, that's what I use, and so that's mostly what I speak about is Shopify. In Shopify, you're going to go to your dashboard, your homepage, and then you're going to look on the left. There's analytics. You're going to click on that. Then you're going to go to reports, click on that, and then you're going to find the report that says sessions by landing page, and you're going to open that up. And you're going to need to add some metrics. So previously, when we were talking about conversion rate, I had y'all add conversion rate, um, to that report. If you want to see your bounce rate, you're going to have to click on the little plus sign on your metrics and you're going to have to type in bounce, or you can look through all the different things and you're going to click bounce rate. And then you can also look at your bounce sessions. That's going to give you the number of sessions that bounce, but really we want to look at your bounce rate. And you want to do this over a period of time. If you don't have a lot of traffic to your page, doing it over a 7-day period is probably not going to be the most helpful. I would recommend looking at it over a 30-day period, a 90-day period, and just seeing how that looks. So this is important to know. before you dive into this. Again, we can think that, oh, we need to fix something because so and so said we need to fix it. I don't know if y'all need to fix your homepage. I just know that from a lot of websites I've looked at, that there's some optimization that can be done, but look at your data. One of the things that I hope to be able to do through my platform is encourage entrepreneurs to look at their data, stop making all their decisions based off of their emotions, based off of this one request from this one customer. And now you're trying to go do a whole bunch of stuff. Um, Stop just making decisions because you heard it somewhere and maybe it'll work for you. Go look at your data and figure out if this is something that you need to do. All right. So when you look at your bounce rate, I pulled these from Claude. And so Claude is just another AI tool. And according to Claude and different data sources that they've pulled from, if you have a bounce rate that is under 45%, this is considered excellent. Okay. If you have a bounce rate between 45 and 55%, this is healthy. This is normal for cold or new traffic. There's not really a concern there. People are coming to your page. They're able to navigate. They're not coming and leaving right away. A 55 to 65% bounce rate is average, especially if you are receiving mostly new traffic. 65 to 75%, this is below average. This is worth investigating, and you really want to look at your traffic sources. And then 75, 75% or higher, this is concerning. This means that people are leaving immediately and you need to put some attention towards this. Just to wrap up that first piece right there, visitors form an opinion about your website in about 0.05 seconds. So that equates to 50 milliseconds. This determines whether they feel trust or confusion almost instantly. If the first thing they see feels confusing, they leave. They're gone and they're likely to never come back. If your website has a high bounce rate on your homepage, these are 7 things to add to convert more visitors. So I got 7 things for y'all. All right. I thought it was necessary to go over that top piece first because I really do want y'all to dig into your data before you just, oh, she said do this, so I'm going to do that. I need you to understand what's going on in your business. Okay. That's being a good steward over what the Lord has given us when we have an understanding of what's going on inside our business. Yes, we are gifted to create products and help others and serve others. We need to be good stewards over our business, and it starts with understanding what's happening in our business, having a deep understanding and not just doing everything based off of emotion. Okay, so the first thing, so when you think about your website, you have the top part. This is going to be the most important part. Okay, you don't want to make the best part like middle, halfway down, or at the end. You want the best part to be at the top because that's what people's going to initially see. You have to capture attention within 3 to 5 seconds. All right. So the first thing you want to do is highlight something using the slideshow section or image banner. I typically just use the image banner. This is going to showcase your bestseller, a new product, a collection, or a sale. That's what you want that first part, which I recommend it being a slideshow or image banner. Some people, your first thing, you may want to throw a featured product up there. This is just in my experience and research that I've done as I have updated my website so many times. This is what I have found to work best. The section needs to include 4 different things. All right. You need a clear headline explaining what it is. You need a direct and strong benefit statement. So what it is, what the benefit is. All right. You need a high quality product image. This is the first thing they're gonna see. If you got something up there that's low resolution, that doesn't look very good, that's not clear, that alone is gonna be like, what's going on? People want to shop with businesses that are put together, unless it's someone who knows you. But we're talking about people coming to shop that like they don't know anything about you. And so we want to make a really good first impression. And so you do that with having high quality images. And then also you want to have a button that is clickable, that's going to say like shop now or explore collection, something like that. All right. So first thing, you're going to promote a bestseller product, a collection. You can do a sale here. I've done this before. So, like, think about holiday sales, Black Friday. You're not going to have your best selling product just up there like normal. You're going to insert some Black Friday special if you run Black Friday sales. I remember a couple of years ago, I hit 10,000 followers on Instagram. And so I ran a huge sale for that. And so my banner was promoting that sale. Anytime I have a huge sale, which I only have 3 sales per year in my retail business, I will update my banner with that sale information. Anytime you release a new product, that's what you will put right there because you want to promote that item. If there's a new collection of scents dropping for one of your items, like people may have a spring collection coming with new scents or new products, that's what you would promote. And this is going to change. This is not always going to be the same thing. It's going to change as your business grows, in the season shift. Okay. So again, the 4 things you're going to want to make sure this banner or slideshow includes: a clear headline explaining what it is. You want some type of statement that is very direct, concise. You don't want a whole bunch of words. All right. You want it quick so they can just have a quick little piece, but give them a great understanding of what the product is, how they're going to benefit from it, high quality image, and then some sort of button to click to take them to wherever you want them to go. The next thing you want to do is you want to showcase your best selling collection. This would be clearly labeled as bestsellers or customer favorites. Or if you're showcasing a body care system or a simple skincare routine, you're going to clearly label it. This is set apart because it's not just a picture. You have the individual products and you're able to put the reviews. So if you just see a collection of products, you're like, oh, okay. But then if you go to the next section and you see all these products individually and you see one of the products has 40 reviews, you're going to be like, hmm. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Let me check that out. So it's very important, and you do this in Shopify. You add your featured collection section, and then in that, you have to go turn on the reviews. They don't just automatically populate. So I'm not going to get into the details of that, but I just want to mention just putting the products there without the reviews is not helpful. So with this featured collection, that whether it's, like I said, it could be bestsellers, or it could be a specific collection that in this season you are really going hard to promote. Okay. This needs to include the reviews. I already said that, but I need to say it again because it's very, very important to have social proof. You want to showcase 4 to 8 products with the carousel feature. So you're not going to have every single one of your products in that collection listed. You're going to want it to be just one line, and you can have 4 to 8 products that people can kind of scroll across, and then they'll click like view more if you have more products that you want to showcase. The goal here is to feature products that easily sell for your business and are established with reviews. Okay, so if you're calling it your best sellers, you should have some type of reviews. And if you do not have any reviews, I want to encourage you to stop thinking about posting online every day and start thinking about how you can get a new review every day, because it is so hard for new people to shop with small businesses that don't have any social proof. You've got to have social proof to build that trust. It's one thing if you've got people buying from you at vendor events. It's one thing if you've got people like family or friends who are just buying through your website. It's another thing when you have someone 6 states over that you've never met, that they're just following you on online, and they go to your website for the first time and there's no reviews, or there's only like 3 reviews. That's hard. That's hard for a person to trust you. If you are very low on reviews, make it your March goal to get 10 reviews for this product that you're trying to push, because you're going to need it. You're really going to need the reviews. Okay. So we have our hero image, our hero banner. That's first. Then we have our featured collection of your best sellers, or a collection that like you're really, really pushing right now. Next, you want to share how you can help them based on their concern. And so what this is going to look like is this is going to be set up by collections. So you would have something like shop by concern, or shop by category, shop by collection. I want to be able to give y'all a actual example. Okay, so mine says shop by skincare concern. I have 4 collections listed: fine lines and aging, oily acne prone skin, dryness, and sensitive skin. So you're calling out their problem, and then you're showing them the collection that's going to help them solve that problem. So shop by dry skin, shop by acne, shop by eczema. So this gives them a direct solution for their product. For skincare brands, I've already said this, but you can do shop by concern. You could even do shop by skin type. So I've seen a lot of beauty brands do this. They will they won't necessarily list it as a problem. They'll list it as this is your skin type, and they'll direct you to click a collection to offer you products that support that skin type or that help with that skin type. This helps to keep your website organized instead of having a bunch of random products throughout your page, which this is how many of us have started. You don't know anything about website design. You just, oh, this is cute. And you just kind of put it up there, and you want everyone to have all the information because you don't want to miss anything. But it creates confusion, and it's just information overload. And so the goal here is to, again, have a roadmap. Here is the first thing that I really, really want you to be aware of. Here is our best collection. Our customers love these products. These are the top products. If you haven't shopped with us before, these are the top products in this collection that you should think about trying. And then if they don't make it there, then the third section is, okay, I understand you have a problem. Here are the product collections that can help assist with your skin type or your skincare concern, your problem, whatever you want to say. And so it's again this idea of a roadmap of you are guiding them through your website. If they have made it this far down your page, because right now they're about 50% down your website, okay, which is good. This is really good. They're still there. So right now, if the visitor has made it this far down your homepage, they are still interested in learning more. So you're going to give them more, but it's not necessarily going to be pushing more and more products. You've already showed them your top product, or the product that you're really pushing at this time, the sale that you're pushing. You've already showed them this collection that is everyone's favorite. You've helped them sort through what concerns they have, and they're like, they haven't clicked on anything yet. All right. So now, instead of giving them more products, because you already did that. You already did that. Now you want to tell them more about your business. So as a small business, you want to introduce yourself and your mission. Most small businesses miss this opportunity because they want to showcase the products. But for a first time visitor, they need to learn who you are and why they should care. So tell them. Do this by sharing a picture of yourself with products or working in your business. You can show some type of behind the scenes. Again, this needs to be a high quality image. And so, what you're going to do is you're going to share some sort of picture, and then you're going to give them a few short sentences about your business and why it's special. So, share who you are, share your mission, share your values, share why your business is different. But remember, you got to do this really, really short and sweet. Okay. You're not going to write them a book about who you are. It's just something real short, but you want to try to touch on those things. Okay. So now we've kind of gotten away from the products. Now we're getting more into uh, the story of who we are. And hopefully you have a page on your website that goes in depth on that. And then after you share your couple sentences, or if you can narrow it down to just one sentence, that would be amazing. Again, short, sweet, to the point. Uh, you could have a button that takes them to learn more about your company, your mission, because people care about that. The next thing you want to do is showcase your reviews. So you can do this through an app like Judge.me. That's the review app that I use. They are phenomenal for collecting reviews, and they have a lot of different widgets that you can add. I am on their paid version. It's $15 a month, but it's worth it to me. And so through Judge.me, you can add the reviews directly into your homepage. So you would just add the section and then put in your reviews. If you don't have this, okay, if that's not an app that you use or that you're willing to use, go in Canva, create you a nice graphic so you can showcase your reviews. Okay. Or if you do that and you're like, yeah, this isn't really what I want. The other thing you can do is you can add coding to your website, and you don't have to come up with the coding. All you have to do is go into ChatGPT and say, hey, I've got these 5 reviews that I want to showcase on my homepage. This is my color scheme. This is my brand. I want you to give me the code to add these 5 reviews, and you will add a section. It's called custom HTML. I think that's what it's called, but you'll add a section to where you can insert your own coding right into your website. And again, just ask ChatGPT to make the coding for you. Give them the information, plug it in, see how it looks. If you don't like it, tell them to tweak it. Tell them what to change. Tell them to give you new coding, and make it how you want to make it. So that would be my suggestion if you at this time are not going with a review app, but I want to highly encourage you to look into it, because as your business grows, you're going to need an automated system to collect reviews. And so Judge.me has worked really well. This right here, this is going to be like your social proof. We talked about social proof a little bit earlier, but showcasing those reviews is going to show people that, hey, other people have shopped here. They've enjoyed the products. They've enjoyed their experience. And so that's why we are adding that. Following the reviews. So this is the 6th thing that you're going to add to your site. Following the reviews, you should have a place to direct them to the next step. You want to direct them to a quiz, or to maybe you have a lead magnet, like a download that you could offer them. I know a lot of skincare companies, they will put together little ebooks, like free ebooks for people to download to get more information on how to manage dry skin in the winter, how to prepare your skin for the summer heat. Like, you could offer them something like that. Personally, I use a quiz. I found that the quiz is like, it works really well. People love to take a short quiz and find out more about recommendations. But if you don't want to do that, again, point them to an ebook or something like that. You could have AI help create something like this. Doesn't have to be anything significant. It could just be a one pager. Just make sure it's valuable. The other thing people have done, I've done this before, is offer like 5-day resets. So you can give them 5 days of things to do to reset their skin or to practice taking care of their skin better. So that is what you would add in your sixth section, is just that they've made it this far down and they haven't clicked on anything. So now you're just giving them something else. Like, here's some more information that could be valuable to you. All right. And then lastly, the last thing you want to do for your homepage is you want to add a pop-up. Okay. Add a pop-up to collect emails. You could also collect text messages, but definitely collect the emails. You can usually do this through your website platform, but I do recommend using an outside platform. Typically, they're just going to have more capabilities. So Shopify does offer this, but I personally use Klaviyo, and you can connect your Klaviyo to Shopify. Everything is streamlined and it works really well. So you want to create a pop-up so that you can get their information, because as we know, many times when people go to your website, they're not going to shop right away. They're going to come back at a later time, and you want to, in order for them to come back and be reminded, you've got to communicate with them in some way. And the best way is going to be through email, because we know with the algorithm, uh, it doesn't show your content to 100% of people. So the best way is going to be able to reach out to them again via email. Um, so that is the 7 things that I recommend adding to your homepage to increase conversion and to reduce your bounce rate. I'm going to read this last part, and then I'm going to talk about what's coming up in next week of what we're going to talk about for website optimization. But to wrap this up, the goal of the homepage isn't to pile in a bunch of random information. Okay. We're not doing that. It's strategic. The goal is to directly communicate who you are and how you can help them solve their problem. The better your images, organization, and social proof, the better your homepage will convert. Okay. Notice 3 things: your images. So we want it to be high quality. The organization of it, it's easy to follow. It's not confusing. There's a rhythm to it. And then also social proof. We have to have reviews if we want people who have worked for their money to spend money with our small business. We want to build that trust, and we do that through social proof. Whether you have a website that's up and running or still need to build one, I hope this information was helpful. So I appreciate y'all being on here today, listening. I pray that this was valuable to you. And if you do have a very high bounce rate or a very low conversion rate, that you will be able to update your website and add some of these things, and hopefully add them in this strategic order, instead of just having things everywhere and being like very product focused. We don't want to just push products. People need to learn who we are. They need to understand what it is that we do, and we want to give them opportunity to learn more about us and how we can serve them through not just showing them products, but through telling them. And we can do that through our homepage. It doesn't just have to be on the About Us section. So as I mentioned in the beginning of this live, we have already talked about conversion rate. We've talked about traffic sources. Today we hit on the homepage. And next week, we are going to be talking about the key elements of a top tier collection page. So um, we talked about collections earlier. We want to make sure that our collections are organized properly and what those collection pages need, because people are going to land on those collection pages just like they're going to land on your homepage and your product page. So we want to make sure that those are set up properly. The week after that, we're going to talk about your product page. And then the last week, I'm going to give you some other things that are likely happening on your website that are reducing your conversions and how to go about fixing those. So, again, I hope this was helpful. If y'all have any questions, please let me know. I love y'all, and I will see y'all next week. Bye.